In this video, we present 7 money-making success factors for consultants, or any small business for that matter. These factors became clear when I thought about the past 40 years I've spent in consulting, both as an independent consultant and an executive at a major consulting engineering firm. Observing hundreds of subordinates over this time provide a lot of useful data regarding how consultants become successful, what actions they took, what behaviors appear to be critical to their success. 7 factors rose above everything else, and these factors are discussed in this video. Success factor number 1, use complex systems. Now admittedly, this sounds like it's counterintuitive. It seems everywhere you look, people are saying simpler is better than complex. Albert Einstein once said, make everything as simple as possible, but not simpler. Daniel Kahneman, in his book Think Fast and Slow, mentions the law of least effort. Our old brain, or our primitive brain, is wired to seek out the simplest way to get a desired state, or a goal. We need to turn the tables on this approach if we want to lead our competition and win over our prospects and clients. If we want to win, we must use a systems approach, and we must design more complex systems. That's the way to vault ahead of our competitors. Steven Spear, in his book Chasing the Rabbit, explains that most firms who have led their competition did so because they embraced complex systems and dug deeper into what makes performance better and how to innovate faster. Through the use of complex systems, linked with the spirit of continuous improvement, we win. Success factor number 2, knowledge and experience are needed for success. Let's explain. New concepts or principles are learned by accumulating knowledge. However, we must experience that knowledge to be in a position to apply it. Imagine learning how to drive a car by reading the Department of Motor Vehicles manual that prepares you for your driving test. Similarly, imagine learning how to ride a bicycle from a book. It simply doesn't work. But let's go a step further. You're a consultant. You've just completed a training program where you learn how to create a lead capture system that will increase the number of business leads you get. Just learning about it accomplishes nothing. You have to implement the lead capture process to gain the benefits. In other words, you must experience the lead capture system. You must take action. Taking action is typically much more difficult than just learning. When you must implement, many potential barriers may be presented by your mind. You might feel uncomfortable. You may be fearful that you'll fail. You might feel that you can't perform what's needed. You might feel that you just don't have enough time. In summary, be aware that success comes from a 2-step process: gaining knowledge through learning, followed by implementing what you've learned. Write down specific action goals that will commit you for implementation. Make progress continuously, but don't take on more than you can reasonably do. Otherwise, those voices will create still more barriers. Success factor number 3, avoid self-imposed barriers. As we just mentioned under success factor 2, our brain is really good at giving us many reasons why we can't succeed. These reasons originate from deep inside our mind, where a lifetime of experiences, especially those that are hurtful or fearful, are categorized. Our primitive brain wants to protect us, and therefore throws up a lot of barriers when we're confronted with actions that are even mildly uncomfortable. So when we want to take actions that are outside of our comfort zone, so to speak, we must continually challenge our thinking and keep an eye on our key or most important goals. If our mind says be careful, question that thought. Be courageous. Success factor number 4, don't be a doormat. What we mean here is that you must be very selective about who your customer is. You cannot be successful selling to everyone. Spend time researching your ideal customer. What are the characteristics of your ideal customer? How do those characteristics match with you and your service offering? Make sure that you're appealing to the personal needs of the customer too, their frustrations, concerns, and problems. Sell to the most ideal customers you can identify. you'll be much more successful selling to a smaller population of ideal customers than selling to a much larger population and selling less. Success factor number 5, market your personal brand. Most of the time we focus on selling our firm and our service offering. We try to emphasize the uniqueness of our service offering. However, we neglect to mention one important differentiating factor, and that's ourselves. Yes, we forget that our own uniqueness is a great marketing tool. There's no question that uniqueness sells. However, there's a limit to how unique our firm is, and typically we struggle a bit showing how unique our offering is. Our personal brand gives us the opportunity to be truly unique. Stephen Richards said it best, "Be yourself as no one else can." So how can we display our uniqueness, our personal uniqueness? Think about the following personal characteristics and list the ones that stand out for you as different. First, events that shaped you. In my case, my mentor, Dr. W. Edwards Deming, had a big impact on me when I was a young consultant. Or a big win or a big loss at your job, or a job opportunity that changed the direction of your career. Second, the benefits that you deliver to your clients, including personal benefits such as responsiveness or integrity. Third, your personality. What primary personality trait or traits makes you stand out? Your creativity, your project management ability, your persistence. Fourth, your expertise, your skills, your knowledge. And fifth, your strongest convictions. What are your opinions about the field you work in or the industry that your customers work in? Consider composing your personal brand statement. Who are you? What do you stand for? Try putting your brand statement at the top of your resume or on the back of your business card. Success factor number 6, continuous learning. A key to sustainable success is to continue to learn. Dr. W. Edwards Deming always told me that this was the most important behavior that defines success, especially in the long run. Continuous learning will keep you ahead of your competition. Continuous learning will enable you to innovate new services for your clients. But most important, continuous learning leads to mastery, the place where you never again have to worry about getting enough work. Success factor number 7. If you're working on your own, you're an independent consultant, be a consulting entrepreneur. Or if you're working in a consulting firm or other business, be a consulting intrapreneur. What we mean here is to consciously set aside time each week to dream or think about new goals involving the creation of new service offerings or new ways to market your offerings. This factor is related to the previous factor on continuous learning by specifying one important aspect of learning, and that is growing your business. It's very easy to get into bad habits where we only focus on what's in front of us, namely urgent stuff. We get busy, which is a good thing, but we get sidetracked from innovating, and we don't give ourselves a chance to really achieve our potential. Think about the 7 success factors described in this video. My experience in consulting and business in general indicates that these factors have significant bearing on your long-term success. You can learn more about Successful Consultant Training and our training and coaching programs at www.successfulconsultanttraining.com. Or you can contact me at dan@successfulconsultanttraining.com.